Hello and welcome back to the channel, the Morning Download channel. My name is Trajan King, and this is a subject I've been wanting to talk about for quite a while. It's why you need to retire, or at least be prepared to retire by 2030. We've got 5 years to prepare our finances to get ready to. Why is that? Like I've got some echo. Okay, why is that? Because the world is changing. By 2030, the world we know it could vanish. The market could be different. Jobs will be eliminated. Even the money we use could be unrecognizable. Today, we're breaking down why technology is moving faster than ever before as we reach the economic singularity. If yesterday was any indicator, it's something we learned from yesterday's AI-induced crash with the release of the Chinese DeepSeek. We learned that markets can change very, very fast. And to illustrate that point, let's take a look at NVIDIA, which led the market in the crash. You see this, this yellow right here is when the market opened yesterday morning, and NVIDIA was down 21%. And then today, this blue is up 8%. And of course, this is because of DeepSeek released their AI model that was allegedly produced for 98% cheaper than other models like OpenAI's model, and is just as good. And then the market rebounded. This here is the NASDAQ. This is when it opened yesterday. The NASDAQ just tanked down about 3% and then has come back up. I and others said yesterday that the selling, the reaction was probably overblown because the market hates uncertainty. When things are uncertain, people don't know what to do, don't know what the markets, what the future holds. People get scared. Investors get scared, and they end up selling at the bottom. If your investment thesis didn't change, then continue to do what you're doing. Dollar cost average into good quality stocks and crypto. Many people are calling yesterday the Black Friday of AI, and also the Sputnik moment. The Sputnik moment meaning that it's Sputnik. The launch of Sputnik by the Russians in 1959 started off the space race. And yesterday, with the launch of DeepSeek, it started the AI race, or accelerated that race. And the Black Friday of AI, Black Friday, of course, happened in October in 1987, when the market crashed and led through the world into kind of a recession on Black Monday, October 19th. And that's what some people are saying happened yesterday with the tech stocks and the NASDAQ being down. Everything tech was down yesterday, and luckily has come back up. I see this as a good thing because we can, if the Chinese really did what they said that they could do, then it means that we're going to get faster, better, and cheaper AI, whether it's from the Chinese or from the Americans. The Europeans aren't doing a whole lot, but all these companies that are working on AI, they're going to get better and better and better, which is good and it's bad, and leads me to my point of why we need to think about retiring by 2030. Also this week at Davos, the Anthropic CEO said that he's more confident than ever that we're very close to powerful AI capabilities. Agents are the story of the year so far. We're only in January, and agents were released by OpenAI just last week. An agent can go to a website and book things for you, can perform tasks, and those agents are going to get better and better, especially when you merge crypto and AI. They are going to get more capable, where they can actually go and plan a vacation for you, but also book it and pay for it. And that will happen this year. And Anthropic, they're the makers of Perplexity, and he's saying he's more capable, that more confident that it's getting more powerful than ever. And then, of course, Elon said last month that it is increasingly likely that AI will supersede the intelligence of any single human by the end of 2025, and maybe all humans by 2027, 28. And the probability that AI exceeds the intelligence of all humans combined by 2030 is 100%. So what do we do? What do we do as workers or investors in a world where one AI on our computer is smarter or more capable than all of the humans put together. That leads to a lot of uncertainty. It leads to change, a lot of change. The renowned futurist and hedge fund manager Raoul Pal warns that we're approaching the economic singularity by 2030. He and a lot of others say that AI will surpass human intelligence in all fields. Elon, who runs $6 billion companies, one of them includes the largest AI cluster. And that's not even in Tesla. Tesla owns a lot of AIs. They have a very large cluster. So he knows what he's talking about when he's talking about AI. So he and Raoul Pal both say that intelligence will explode. Artificial intelligence will explode. And we're seeing that with DeepSeek just yesterday coming out with an AI that is just as good as OpenAI, as ChatGPT, for less than $6 million, if their claims can be believed. But even if it costs a lot more than that, that's still a very good AI. And we're seeing the AI is getting more capable, more capable. So the second point is productivity costs will plummet to near zero. This means deflation. We're living in a weird time where we've got inflation caused mostly by government printing money, and deflation from technology. And the deflation will accelerate as productivity increases from all of the AIs, and then soon, coming probably next year, the bots that are coming from a handful of different companies. So productivity costs will plummet to zero and cause deflation. And cryptocurrencies will dominate autonomous AI-driven transactions. In 2006, Ray Kurzweil came out with his book projecting that this would accelerate and would happen by 2045, but it is happening a lot faster. So of course, this means that a lot of jobs are going to be lost. So point number one is why we need to plan for retirement by 2030 is because you may lose your job. I may lose my job. The jobs that we know, a lot of them are just not going to exist anymore. And some maybe new jobs will come about. But one thing is certain, that there's going to be a lot of change. And one point that Raoul Pal makes is that by 2030, the markets may work a lot differently. Our knowledge about how markets and investing works may be outdated. So we're going to have to adapt to how that works in a new environment, a new deflationary environment, where things don't cost as much, where AI and robots are doing a lot of the work. In fact, the Anthropic CEO said that by the end of this year, in our Slack channels at work, we're going to have AI companions. First, it's going to be just text AI that's going to help us with certain tasks that we give it. And then within a year, we'll have actually video and pictures of people that we can talk to that are not real people. They are AIs. So this is going to really change things in the world and how things go. So it makes sense for us as investors and just regular people to pay off our debts, save money, invest for retirement, invest for the future, because we don't know what the future is going to be like. We don't know what the economic landscape is going to be like. So invest by pay your debts, invest in some low-cost index funds, allocate some to crypto. I did a video a couple of days ago about how adding some Bitcoin to your portfolio can boost your returns. Invest in AI infrastructure. We've learned that in the last couple of days that software is hard. It's hard to know the direction it's going to go. So you're better off investing in the picks and shovels, the robotics, the chips, the cloud computing, all things that the Tesla is doing. NVIDIA isn't going away, even if AI capabilities can be built for cheaper. Their chips are still the dominant chips, and they are still going to be needed. And the AI race is just going to accelerate, which is probably why we saw today, NVIDIA shoot up 7.5%, because the sell-off was overdone yesterday. And then plan your exit. Plan to retire by 2030. Doesn't mean you need to, but you need to be prepared for the unknown world. So take some profits to pay off some debts, as the market goes up, hopefully this year, we'll see all-time highs in Bitcoin, all-time highs in the NASDAQ, and maybe in the Dow, and prepare for a time of uncertainty in the future, because it's coming. Things are changing quickly, and it will be potentially more and more difficult to make money after 2030, because the markets may change. If Raoul Pal is correct, we're going to have to learn a whole new way of investing in a world that is a lot different. And if things go well, if the AIs really do increase productivity, then the next 5 years are the time we have to really make money. And the way you make money in this environment, with inflation happening and productivity increasing, is the asset prices will go up. And the only way to participate in that is to own assets that will appreciate, like index funds, certain stocks, and certain cryptos. That's why the people that are getting wealthy are the ones that own the assets. And we covered this in Morning Download, a graph showing that the people that are getting wealthy are just getting wealthier because they own assets. They are letting their money work for them. So be one of those people that has their money working for them. And you can get some of those graphs and stay up to date with what's happening in the market by signing up to morningdownload.com. Just go to the link below, or go to morningdownload.com, where we cover the markets every single day. We cover retirement in a separate newsletter, and we have a dividend newsletter and a future and crypto tech newsletter. So you can get all those for free. Just go to morningdownload.com. So what do you think? Does Raoul Pal, his vision of the future, that we've got 5 years to make money before everything changes, does that ring true for you? Do you think that's true? Are you worried about the future, what the future is going to hold? That maybe you're going to lose your job, or the robots are going to be, AI is going to be doing most everything? Or do you think it's all overblown and nothing much is going to change? I'd love to hear your comments below on what do you think the future holds over the next 5 years. One thing is for certain, if yesterday's crazy market was an indication, is that things are going to get wild. We'll see you next time. Thanks.